So I recently started using the Dropshot rig as a little experiment. It's not a rig that I'm very familiar with, but I've had tremendous success with it so far this summer. And I thought I would just share it with you guys on how to tie one up. If you've never tried it, I definitely recommend giving it a shot, especially in this hot summer weather. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Today we're going to be talking about how to tie a Dropshot rig. So this video is a part of a much larger series of videos. I'm going to have them all in the Fishing Fundamentals playlist, which will be right up here. You click the little eye once you're done watching this video and start watching those videos on that playlist. There are going to be about 30 videos in this playlist. I'll be posting them daily, so you're going to want to make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. So before we get started tying it, I want to talk about two pieces of the equipment that I like to use. First is the hook. I like to use a wacky style hook. We'll let you have a little closer look of that in a minute when I start tying it. This particular one has a brush guard because I was fishing it near some grass edges that are 10 to 15 feet deep, and I didn't want to keep getting it hung up. So this size is a 2/0, but I recommend 1 to 2/0 for your wacky rig hook. This is a great hook. I think this is dang, what's the brand? I can't quite remember it. Also, the second piece that you're going to want to pick up is maybe some weights. This particular one I think is a 3/8 ounce tungsten weight. You don't necessarily need this particular skinny one. They have some bell weights, or you can go with what I call a poor man's drop shot and just use some split shots. It doesn't really matter, you just need a little weight. Okay guys, we've already started talking about the hook a little bit. This one has a weed guard, but you don't always have to have a weed guard. You can get these without weed guards as well, but I like them with weed guards. They definitely help keep the weeds from getting in your Dropshot rig. Alright, so this is the little weight that I was telling you guys about. It's a little skinny weight, and it has this special little top right here. And that's so you can thread the line through the little hole and then pull the line upward and pinch the line in here. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but let's start talking about how to tie it. Okay, so I have this yellow line. Hopefully this will help you guys see this a bit better. So we have our line. Normally you're gonna have, obviously a clear line at this point, since this is a finesse type technique. Now you want to thread, let's see if I can pick up the hook. You're gonna wanna thread the line with the hook up. So like this, you're going to want to thread the line from the top, put it through, and then now we're just going to tie a Palomar knot. If you don't know how to tie a Palomar knot, I have a video on that as well. I'll put it right up there in the notifications. Click the little eye and that'll guide you on your way to tying a Palomar knot. Now this Palomar knot is going to be a little different than that one because we're going to make it really big. You're going to want this entire length here to be as long as you want your bait off the bottom of the water. So typically I like about 1 foot, so we have about 1 foot here, and we're going to go ahead and start tying our Palomar knot. Oh, that's a little annoying. This guy just trying to roll away. We'll put him right there in the spool there. Where was I? Oh, trying to tie this Palomar knot. That's what I was trying to do. All right, now we got the overhand part done, and put the hook through, and here we go. Normally this is where you're going to want to wet it. I'm not going to wet it in this case because we're not going to actually use this rig. So there you go. Now we have our Palomar knot done, and what you will see is that sometimes your hook point is going to be upside down. And that's okay if it is. This is the end where my weight's gonna go, right here. And if it is, it's pretty easy to fix. I'll show you guys that real quick. You just take your tag in and you just thread it back through the hook and pull it through, and voila, it would be reversed. Yeah, here it is reversed. It's actually wanting to be upside down. Sorry, it took me a minute to figure it out, but yeah, it's wanting to be upside down. So we're gonna fix it by putting it back the way we just had it. But if you tie it the way I just told you, it won't ever be upside down. It should be correct every time. So now it's time to get to the little drop shot weight that I was just telling you guys about. This one's a 3/8. Unless you're fishing really deep water, I don't recommend a 3/8 ounce. I would recommend a 3/16. And what I mean by deep water, I mean like 15 feet or deeper. But it's pretty simple. You just thread the hook or thread the line through the eye. Then you're going to want to, actually, if you don't want this to slip off all the time and lose your weights, I would recommend tying a little bitty square knot here at the end. This will help it keep it pinned and slide from sliding off. So you got a little bitty square knot there. I don't know if you guys can see that pretty well, but a little bitty square knot. We're going to go back and we're going to thread it through. Boom, just like that. And then we're going to pull it to the top, just like this. And you won't lose your weight because you have that little bitty knot at the end. Now it won't come through. So you may have to break off every now and then, but you won't be just having your weight slide off and losing it just for no reason. So this one ended up being a little bit short. This obviously is not a foot. This is probably closer to 7 inches, 8 inches or so. So definitely make your Palomar knots pretty large. It's always easier to trim off some tagline than it is to retie and do this all over again. So now it's ready. You kind of see how it looks. You got your weight here. Your hook point is up. You just nose hook a little worm or maybe even a live bait minnow. I like live bait. It works really well with this rig. Just nose hook that little minnow and you are ready to drop shot. All right, guys. I hope this taught you how to tie the drop shot rig. Remember, do not overpower the fish. This is definitely a finesse type technique. You want to keep the fish pinned, but you don't want to overpower him and break off your line because you definitely want to get that new PB in. But like always, until next time, get out there and go catch you some fish.